If you were to Google the term assessment cycle, and I encourage you to do it, you are going to see a variety of graphics that illustrate different versions of the assessment cycle. Some have 4 steps, some may have up to 8 steps. And here at GCC, we wanted to simplify this process and make it more understandable to all of those of you who are doing student learning assessment in the space of academic affairs, student affairs, or any other student learning space. So we have decided to adopt a very common continuous improvement model called the Plan, Do, Study, Act model. Now, in some versions of this model, studies are placed by check, but given we're a higher education institution, we thought studies seemed a bit more appropriate. So when we apply this model specifically to student learning outcomes improvement, we start with plan. In the plan step, you identify the learning outcome you want to make sure your students know, understand, or can do. You may select the outcome to confirm that student learning is occurring, or you may do it because you believe there's a gap in student learning and you want to address it. You then design the assessment to measure whether that learning has occurred, and finally, you determine how your students are going to learn this information. Now, the last part of this is referred to backward design. Once you've identified how you're going to measure the outcome, you want to ensure that your instruction aligns with those outcome goals. In the do step, you enact your plan. You provide instruction to students and you administer and score the assessment in as structured and consistent of a way as possible. That structure and consistency are essential, especially if you're working with others on the assessment, in making sure the data are reliable and valid before you make any decisions based on them. In the study step, you analyze the data from the assessment, including reviewing the instructional and assessment experience both you as the assessor and the students as those being assessed had. Now, if you're confident with the results, you can design an intervention or change to directly improve student learning, and that is the ultimate goal of this process. However, if you run into any trouble with your instruction or with your assessment, you may change how you did the assessment or how you did the instruction in order to make sure that your data is as solid as possible before you work on improving student learning. In the final step, the act step, you implement the intervention or the change and you reassess learning, ideally in the same way that you assessed it earlier in the process. You use the results to either adopt, adapt, or abandon your change based on its success. And this is a continuous process. You then begin the cycle again, maybe not right away though, and you may use the same outcome if you're not yet happy with the improvement that you gained from the first time through, or you may decide to use a new outcome. As the assessment team at GCC was reviewing this model, 2 suggestions for improvement of the model itself were made related to reflection and sharing. Throughout the entire process, you should be reflecting on each step and what it means for student learning. We hope that your reflection is occurring through conversation and collaboration with others who are invested in that same assessment process. You also should be sharing information at each step with your key stakeholders. Now, who your key stakeholders are may change from step to step. During all parts of this model, you should be sharing with those involved in the assessment process, as the best assessments really do result from collaboration. And don't forget our students during this process, because they are part of our assessment team also. Students not only complete the assessments, but they may have ideas on how to design them and what interventions may best support their learning. Additionally, when an assessment process is complete, you should share the results beyond the initial collaborators to the department, college, community partners, accreditors, or any others who should be aware of your success in improving student learning. To help facilitate the Plan, Do, Study, Act model, we'll be updating our assessment reports by tagging the sections with these terms, so please keep your eye out for that. And if you have any questions about this model or about student learning assessment, please reach out to your assessment leadership team, our assessment developer, your department assessment coordinator, or your assessment liaison. And thank you for participating in student learning assessment.